Free bird.
Hey, we're live. You can tell he's a newbie. He's a newbie. Hey, welcome to it. Feel Good Friday. I'm Paul Sullivan, special guest host with me today, Mr. Chan, the man Hughes. Chan, what's up, dude?
Hey, not much. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I tell you what, had we known that Billy was going to be a no-show, yeah, he does that to me sometimes, Mr. Spontaneity. Had we known, I would have wore my Cubs jersey and you would have wore your Cardinals jersey and we would have had that whole thing going on. But hey, there's always next summer when baseball season comes back along. Hey, Feel Good Friday is part of the Billy Merritt Presents at 11 o'clock. We do this every weekday. Hey, don't slam the door. Don't slam the door. Don't slam the door. And she doesn't. All right. Good catch, Casey. Good catch. She's going to lunch. All of our ninjas behind us, they're doing a great job on this Feel Good Friday as we're setting appointments for our car dealers. And we got a lot of things going on. So, Chan, you and I, again, we clash when it comes to baseball, but we come together when it comes to getting the job done here in the call center. So football season is upon us. My Bears, holy moly, we got off to a great start. And you'll notice, by the way, this is the first show that I've done. I got my sunglasses on, that I'm not wearing anything Chicago.
What a coincidence that they're on a 4-game.
Exactly. A 4-game losing streak. I was just like, so it's a bye week. So that was why I said, all right, I'm not going to wear anything because it's a bye week. And then we're going to see if we can change the luck as they take on the Packers coming up on Sunday Night Football. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. So it's going to be tough.
That's a tough match.
Got our hands full. So as far as pro football team, are you a Falcon fan?
I'm a Falcons fan, and we're kind of the opposite of the Bears. What the Falcons like to do every year, we like to lose as many games as quickly as possible to get out of playoff contention, and then we like to start winning, so we ruin our draft pick. So we get a terrible draft pick, and we don't make the playoffs. That's what we like to do. So.
Sweet, that is a great move.
Yeah.
Well, see, the Bears, they do a lot of the seasons, not all the time, but a lot of the time, we're not really that good. So what they'll do is they'll start off hot.
Yeah.
Give you some hope.
Yeah.
So you pay attention. And you're like, well, we're still in it. We can still be this. We can still do that. Oh, 4 losses in a row. We can still be the wild card. So you still watch. But again, even with all the weird stuff with COVID and all that kind of stuff, with fans not being able to go to some of the games and all that kind of thing, I'm still glad they're playing sports. You and I are big sports fans.
Absolutely.
So even though it's a weird experience, it's different. I'm glad that they're playing sports. Hey, also I want to say hello to my mom. Of course, she's always checking in on the show. But did you text your mom and dad?
I tried. I had 10 minutes. I called my girlfriend. I was excited. I was like trying to get her on the phone to tell her I was going to be on the show. She didn't answer. And then she called like 20 seconds before the show started. So I couldn't answer. But
so now she thinks you're just blowing her off.
I know. Now she's going to be mad.
Well, Sarah Stalker, by the way, who's one of our cohorts, if you will, she's off in Colorado, part of our Billy Merritt marketing team. She actually messaged me last night and was giving me some suggestions for the classic rock revisit. Now hers are a little more groovy, is what I call it. It has kind of that groove thing, but we'll be talking about the classic rock revisit a little bit later on the show. Plus, another thing that we do each week on Feel Good Friday is the beer of the week recommendation. One of my favorite parts of the show that we do this. But we want to start off to get you guys a little bit of, involved in the show. We were just curious. Now, we talk about the classic rock revisit every week, but we're just curious. Now, Lynyrd Skynyrd, of course, huge. They're probably the epitome of Southern rock. Everybody knows Lynyrd Skynyrd. So here's the question for today is, what is the greatest Lynyrd Skynyrd song made? And what, maybe I should rephrase it to, what's your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song? So there's lots of them. I mean, there is a lot of them out there. Of course, you got, the gimmies that everybody talks about. What does everybody chant like at the end of the night?
Free bird.
Free bird. I mean, that's the gimme.
The basic one.
Call Me the Breeze. That's one of my all-time faves. Sweet Home Alabama. There's a bunch. Yeah. And probably one that's maybe a little bit more, it's well known to the true fans, but certainly not like a hit, if you want to call it that, is the Ballad of Curtis Lowe. Great tune. And Tuesday's Gone. Give Me 3 Steps. Again, the list just goes on and on and on. So we want to know what your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song is, so we can figure out what is the best or favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song of our fan base, if you will. Hey, Dusty Rhodes, not the wrestler, but my buddy from high school. Good morning to him. He's on there. So Sean, by the way, Sean, I know you're a musician. We had you on the show, about a month or so ago playing guitar, did a great job. By the way, go back and see that show if you didn't see Sean playing guitar. Does a great job. So, you're just off the top of your head. What's your input? Best Lynyrd Skynyrd song for you?
Tuesday's Gone.
Tuesday's Gone. How long is the intro on that? Do you know it?
Oh, man. Probably like a full minute and a half or so.
It is 73 seconds.
73 seconds.
I used to work in radio.
You remember that?
I knew that. Yeah, I know. You always see the timing, all this kind of stuff. But you're right. Tuesday's Gone, another one. Swamp Music. I Know a Little. Well, actually, Chance theme song. I Know a Little. Is that a jab?
Yeah, a little bit.
Shots fired.
I'm throwing right into the fire.
Shots fired 5 minutes into the show. It didn't take long. But no, so we've got a lot of things different going on. Coming up, we got Thanksgiving. People are already in the holiday spirit. I've seen a lot of Christmas things going on. Thanksgiving gets a bum rap, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about in the office. Somebody asked me, Chan, you have your Christmas tree up yet? And I was, it's not even Thanksgiving.
Was that Peyton Haney?
Yeah, it was
Peyton Haney.
I wasn't gonna name drop, but
she has the most Christmas spirit in the office. I'm telling you.
I mean, I love Christmas too, but I love Thanksgiving too.
I love Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's one of the most underrated
Yeah.
holidays.
Well, I think when you're a kid, when you're like a little kid, Christmas is way better.
Yeah, because you get all the toys.
Yeah. But once you kind of get an adult and you realize that food is a good thing.
Yeah. There you go.
Once you realize that food is a good thing, you're not forced to eat it. You like want to eat it.
Good football games on all day.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving is that is the holiday in my opinion. So are you a pumpkin pie guy or are you a pecan? I got to make sure I say it right in the South. A pumpkin pie guy or a pecan pie guy?
Well, when I was younger, it was pecan pie all the time. I remember I had pecan pie on Thanksgiving for the first time one year, and then it was pecan pie every year from then. And then I just ate it so much that I got tired of it.
Oh. So
now I don't even really like it. And now I moved on to pumpkin pie, which is probably my favorite now.
Well, there's certainly nothing wrong with either one.
Yeah.
I usually when somebody asks me this question, I always say, "What's wrong with both?"
Yeah.
Why can't you? I mean, that's what I do.
Whipped cream on pecan
and
pie.
the pecan pie is a little bit heavier, than the pumpkin pie to me. So I always eat the pecan pie first. And then when I get like really full, I can always down a slice of pumpkin pie. If I'm really full, I can't do this pecan.
Yeah, if you end off with pecan, you might be in trouble.
It's heavy. I mean, it's just and it's super sweet, but I love it. It's delicious. Of course, we called it pecan pie in the north, and when I moved south, and people made fun of me, and it's pecan. Like, can I say it right? That's people just tell me. When I moved south.
Well, I might be in the minority, but I'm one of the people from the South that know that people from the South don't talk right. I'll admit that we don't talk the way you're supposed to, but I would never pick on you about that.
But it
should
works.
be picking on us about
but it works. No, actually, I mean, honestly, I've learned, since I've lived here now, over 20 years, I've learned some of the language. I still can't. When I say the word y'all, it just does not sound right.
It doesn't feel right.
Mm-mm.
Y'all,
no.
You got to throw a W in.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound right. I mean, I just sound like an idiot, when I say it. By the way, I want to make sure I clarify that.
Missing the W in the middle instead of y'all,
like dog. There's a whole dog thing in there, and y'all. You got to just stretch it out, stretch it. Sean, how do you say it?
Y'all.
You didn't really have it. Did you have a W in there? Was that a solid y'all?
Say again.
I don't know, y'all.
See, that was
fast.
Yeah.
See, and you sounded like me on that one.
Yeah, there was no W there.
There is no W on there.
W's a slow letter.
W's a slow letter.
I just figured that out right now.
W's a slow letter. We're gonna start out with the letter W.
Doesn't it though?
It's a slow letter.
It's the slowest letter to say. I mean, I don't know.
So you got the Eagles sweatshirt on. I just realized that.
You're Southern.
So okay, that's what threw
alumnus.
me. That's what threw me. Okay, because I was thinking Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm like, wait a minute. You said you're a Falcons fan.
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern.
Statesboro, Georgia, shout out.
So tell us about your experience at Georgia Southern. Party school.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Georgia Southern's a party school, but all colleges are party schools. If you want to party, But anyway, I love Georgia Southern. I love Statesboro. Some of the best times of my life. I got to live with some of my good friends, and I just enjoyed it. Man. College was fun. I'm glad I went.
So, what did you study, or what was your degree or certificate or whatever?
I have an accounting degree.
You have an accounting degree,
which I don't really use a whole lot here, but I don't regret it. I learned a lot accounting that I know I will use in my in the future. So I'm happy I did it, even though I'm not.
I mean, you learned about accounting. You learned how to play beer pong.
Yeah, we're getting to that beer of the week. This is what I studied in school.
That's his wheelhouse right there. He was doing beer of the week recommendations a long time ago in college, doing it every day. Not beer of the week. It was beer of the day.
There you go.
There's different ones. So let's talk about college at Georgia Southern for just a minute. So what was the average, how can I put this? What was the average consumption?
Oh man, see, it varied because there would be times when, it would be, that's the cool thing about college is a Tuesday could be the day that everybody was getting with it.
Right.
Or
getting with it. I like that one.
You like that?
Yeah.
Just as likely as Friday or Saturday. So you could really Wednesdays they'd have karaoke night at a certain bar. So you could go there. And then Tuesdays they'd have what's it called? The frozen drinks that you can get.
Yeah, the margaritas.
Yeah, something like that. They had that on Tuesday nights at a certain bar. They had beer pong tournaments certain days. So, man.
So were you good at beer pong?
I would like to say I'm good at beer pong, but I didn't win the beer pong tournament until my very last semester in college. I finally won the tournament.
So, well, hey, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
See, kids, put in the work.
Yeah. Kids.
I mean, young adults, legally aged young adults. So, put in the work, see, and it pays off. But on a serious note, so college, Billy and I have talked about this quite a bit, where college isn't for everybody. So, you said that you didn't regret it. Would you recommend it to folks to go to college?
I think going in, everybody likes to think that college is, a college. I'm not going to stray somebody away from going to college because there's a lot of good things you can learn. And one of the main things that I think I learned is the social, making connections with people that, could benefit you down the line, whether it be business wise or anything. So that's a very, a good thing about college. But other than that, I would say it's really important to figure out what you want to do as quickly as you can, because college some people can waste a lot of time and money in college, pursuing the wrong things.
Right.
So that would be my take on it.
Well, we have quite a few ninjas actually that are our texters. We call them text ninjas because they're fast but we have quite a few of our texting ninjas that are taking college courses. Some are going full-time, some are going part-time. So you actually went full-time when you went, right? And did you go to Georgia Southern the whole time?
Yeah. Well, I started out at South Georgia. I played baseball there. I was fortunate enough to have a baseball scholarship. So for the first year, so that saved me a lot of money because for a first year in college, you're pretty much required to pay for dorms. Mm-hmm. So I got to save my money on that, which was really helpful for me. Good. So I went 1 year at South Georgia and then transferred to Georgia Southern from there and finished out at Georgia Southern.
So tell us the comparison of going to college, because you lived at home when you were going to South Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. So what's kind of the comparison of the two? What are the pros and the cons of staying at home, going to school, and then going away to go to school?
Well, the pros would obviously be the financial side of things, staying home, obviously. And also, I live with my parents. So, they cooked all the time. Yeah. They did stuff like that.
That's definitely a benefit.
Save a lot of money on food, a lot of money on that. You have your parents around that can help. You're in your hometown. So for me, that was cool. The pros at Georgia Southern would be obviously the freedom. There's nothing like that first week when you're there, and it just is you can do whatever you want, which is, a lot of people can't handle that, but sure. I think I handled it pretty well, I guess. But
again, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, there's nothing like that first week when you're off on your own. It was awesome. That would probably be my favorite thing about school. And the cons for college, it really is difficult, and you will be stressed in college because if college was easy, everybody would do it.
Sure.
And so I would say the stress of college you'll really get down on yourself at times.
We mentioned, part of the college experience, if you will, was, making those connections, networking, all that kind of stuff. So, do you still have some connections and some friends that you met, not ones that you already knew that went up there the same school with you, but ones that you met at college? You still have those connections?
Absolutely. And there's actually some people that I knew when I was younger. A friend of mine named Hagen Wade comes to mind. We were, friends when we were younger. His dad went to church where we went to church. So I kind of got to see him, every once in a while when we were younger. And then we happened to go to the same school, and I got to, hang out with him a lot, and we actually became really close. and I'm actually going to be in his wedding next year. So that's a
That's
connection that, we kind of, met back up in college and got close again. And now, I'm looking forward to being in his wedding next year and going on his bachelor trip, man.
That's very cool.
We're going to Vegas.
That's
next
very
year.
cool. So you got some big news, the life-changing news recently. So tell us about what's going on.
Well, coming up, I don't post on my own Facebook a whole lot. I probably should have made this announcement on my own Facebook, but I'm glad Paul has given me this opportunity to do it in front of everybody.
Did I put you on the spot?
No, it's not a secret or anything. But
we can just say Chan is really good at beer pong.
That's what it was. No, but I have a baby boy on the way coming in beginning of February, late January.
Yeah, give it up for me. You hear the ninjas in the back? Yeah.
We're super excited about that. Like, really excited. My parents are really excited. So.
And tell us about your fiance or girlfriend.
Boy,
I'm really putting you on the spot now, aren't I?
Not yet.
She's watching, going, he wouldn't pick up my phone call.
I know.
Now he's calling him. Now he's calling me his fiance.
That's something that is in the works.
I did put you on the spot. You're a little red right now. You're a little bit red. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that.
That was in the works even before. So no, it's not one of them things where she got pregnant. So now we're
sure.
But that was luckily in the works already.
And are you going to throw her name out, or do
Tiffany.
I just have
Her name is Tiffany. Oh my!
I'm just wondering. I'm like,
Tiffany.
So Tiffany. And what does Tiffany do for a living?
She just recently got her LPN license to be a nurse, and she just recently got a job at a nursing agency that is very flexible with hours, and it's going to work out perfectly once we have the baby. So she will be able to take hours at her own, how she needs to, and it's just going to work. Hopefully, work
now,
out.
You are definitely not going to be one of those guys that thinks that the mom has to do everything, are you?
No, absolutely not.
So, yeah.
My dad didn't make my mom do everything. My dad does just as much around the house as my mom does. So I got a good, role model on my dad.
Are you getting some good dad tips from Felipe, one of our ninja brothers, if you will? Are you getting some good information about him?
Always
from him?
I get nothing but good information from Felipe. But dang, I was about to say something. I forgot what I was about to say. Never mind.
That's all right. Hey, not to worry. I'll put you
first time.
I was going to say, not to worry. I'll put you on the spot in a minute. So I'll surprise you with another question. Well, Felipe, I know, is watching because he's not working right now. He comes in a little bit later. He's going to close out our call center later tonight. So again, Felipe, I know he's watching. So Felipe, if you could give Chan one sentence of dad advice, what would be one sentence of dad advice, or anyone, if you're watching, if you're a parent, what's something that you could warn Chan about, you could help him, where he could plan before the baby gets here, so that maybe he could, be a little bit more prepared being a dad. So put those in the comments, if you will. Also in the comments, don't forget, we want to know, what is your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song? Again, there's lots of them to choose from Lynyrd Skynyrd. And we're going to talk about a different Lynyrd Skynyrd. I'm not going to tell you which album it is, but it's a Lynyrd Skynyrd album. We're going to talk about that later in the show with the Classic Rock Revisit, and also the Beer of the Week recommendation. Before we get to the Beer of the Week recommendation, that's usually a little bit later on the show. What's your favorite type of beer?
Usually I drink, light beer. The basics is what I go to. But if I kind of feeling fancy, I like to drink feeling fancy. I drink like the Dos Equis with lime. I like that. Anything with lime, really, like a Blue Moon with orange is really good.
Yeah, that
Something
is
like
really
that. I like that a lot. So that's what I stick with.
So when Chan's feeling fancy,
when I'm feeling fancy,
he gets the Dos Equis and a lime, and he becomes a fancy man.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be sharing that with your son, at least not for quite a while.
Yeah.
But you will later on. You'll pass down the fancy drinking.
Yeah.
To your little boy. So do you guys have a name picked out yet, or are you still kind of throwing things around?
Hudson Tate Hughes is going to be his name.
HTH. Gotcha.
And I actually had a friend of mine that we kind of he named his son Hudson. Russ Fender, he named his son Hudson, and we were like, oh man, we kind of try to find something new, and then we were just like,
something unique.
Oh well, we're just going.
That's right. Hey, that they can be best friends in school, and
and
all that kind of stuff.
I know Russ.
So I know that Smith, our producer behind there, he's been trying to cut in, but we don't stop. So we'll have to pause and go, Smith, what you got?
Yeah, if you could shut up for 2 seconds ever. Chan, could you see if you could just yank this a little bit closer? Because I'm having to turn you way up and I can hear click, 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 clickety click in the background.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Thank you.
Smith, he just had this look of fear, you know, and he kept like doing like this with his microphone.
Well,
trying to say something, and he was like, "Nope, they're not going to shut up."
I said something once, and then I was like, "Oh, they don't have on headphones."
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Smith. Do we need to?
No, I'll just yell at y'all from now on.
Yeah, well,
I think it looks cool.
wow, that's awesome.
Hey,
feel like
I
I'm
wore
on Joe
headphones
Rogan.
for such a long time that when I don't have to wear them, I don't like to wear them. They're too big.
Yeah, I was going to say these things are really.
I mean,
big
they're like massive. I mean, we look like we're about ready to call a little league game. Like really, they're like really big. You know, just like and little Johnny's up. Yeah, it's a 2-1 count. Oh, and the kid dropped the ball. That's it. That's what a little league game is like. That's basically what a little league game was like.
I think calling a little league game might be pretty fun.
You know, well, you know, and what would actually be kind of funny. I mean, I've thought about this. And didn't you want to be a sportscaster at one time?
Well,
I know you wanted to be an athlete at one time, but I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. The last time I was on camera with Billy's show, it was kind of fun. Like the rush that you get when you're on camera. I'm kind of feeling right now. I'm kind of nervous, but it was just I enjoyed it, and I kind of like talking, and I didn't even know I liked it because I'd never done it. And then I was just like, dang, maybe I missed my calling.
Well, it's not. I mean, you're not.
My
old.
dad's really. I know. That's why I told my dad when I got home. I was like, man, it was really fun, and because my dad, you know, he does stuff with calling games.
Yeah.
He does all kind of stuff like that, and I know he's pretty good at it.
Yeah,
So
shout out to
Stan
the man Hughes. Known Stan for a long time. He's a real good dude. Your mom Ginger did a great job with Chan, by the way.
Oh,
he turned out. By the way, got to get the product shot in there. So,
just enjoying my water.
My Digi Ninja water. You know.
as Billy calls it, our DigiNinja Smart Water.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. You get smarter. I'm just holding it. I mean, so imagine what would happen when you drink it. You know, and then spin it around. It's got the old Billy Merritt mark. Oh, I got to figure out the camera. Billy Merritt marketing. So you know, see how that. Not look cool.
Got to plug it.
Yeah, you don't have one, do you? It's because you're a rookie. Rookies got to bring their own water.
I got to earn my.
You might be able to shout at Jeremy. He might bring you one. I mean, you are on the show and stuff.
He should be. You know, is he tuned in?
So you can be yeah, he's in the office. So you're kind of a celebrity today. I mean, you're fill-in celebrity.
I mean, I'm here.
You got to say something.
Somehow
you can't just expect us to just show up. You got to ask him. You got to throw it out there.
I should have asked to been on the show a while back.
Yeah. So I mean, are you going to ask, or you just expect him to just bring it?
Hey, Jeremy, can you bring me a koozie, please?
So Jeremy's doing his best to get him the Billy Merritt marketing.
Thank you, Jeremy.
DigiNinja Smart. Look at there. There's the athlete right there. He just one hands it. Wish we could show that on replay. Now, watch the video later. Watch the replay of the video. You see Chan.
I'll create one of those 10 hours of Chan catching the DigiNinja water bottles.
That's going to be the clip, of Chan with a water bottle. So, what do you got planned for Thanksgiving?
I will probably be going to my aunt Dina's house for Thanksgiving. We do that every year, and we're gonna try. We usually go see my my mom's side of the family up in Atlanta, but with all the COVID stuff going on.
Yeah, it's really changed.
It's probably our first year that we're not gonna get to see him for Thanksgiving, so it's kind of sad. But.
There's a lot of people that were talking about that. I was talking with some of the other ninjas about. By the way, we're open. We're working. I mean, we're helping our dealers on Thanksgiving. That's what we do here at Billy Merritt Marketing. I mean, we're problem solvers. We're working hard for our customers and our clients to help them set appointments solve problems. By the way, it's not too late. We still got a few slots. If you're a car dealer or somebody who's a car dealer, let them know. We can get a hold of us here at Billy Merritt Marketing. We can help them sell more cars. Even though it's a holiday, it's big shopping week. Coming up with Black Friday. So are you a Black Friday shopper typically? I mean, without the COVID thing?
Well, now that they do a lot of it online, I don't like to go out, and I mean that just doesn't interest me. I don't want a TV that bad.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
I would love to have a nice TV, but now that they do it online, there's a lot of like Cyber
Monday.
Yeah, I love to try to get in on that. I'm cool. I'm all in on that, but I won't be at Walmart on Black Friday.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I did it one year a long time ago. And said I would never do it again. I'm like, I don't care what I got to pay. Yeah. I don't want the hassle. It's just,
you can get some crazy deals on TV. I'm trying to get a TV. I'm going to get a TV, but I'm not going to be it.
So what size TV you looking for?
Well, I got like a 50 or 55 inch, like a year and a half ago for like $500 something. And now they have like a 65 inch for the same price.
Because the 55 is not good enough.
Yeah. For the same price.
They've gone way down. They really have.
It's crazy. Like the 65-inch TV is the same as the 50-inch TV was last year. So I mean, how can you turn that down? You know?
I mean,
we got to have a TV in the living room.
I get 55 inches, and that's not big enough. I mean, that's pretty big.
Never big enough.
55 inches. So how big are we
It's
going?
America, Paul. We always want more.
Bigger.
Billy will like that. Billy will like that.
You know, more. So you want a 65-inch TV? I mean, would you?
I want an 80-inch TV.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, would you take an 80? What was that one we had?
We had an 82-inch.
Yeah.
This really blew me away. It was an 82-inch with HDR, QLED. OLED is a little bit better, but QLED. I mean, basically all the fancy color spectrum features and all that under $2,000. That a couple of years ago.
Smith,
look, though,
man, we need a camera on you. So he was like under $2,000. It's just no big deal.
A couple of years ago,
Sorry, go ahead.
A couple of years ago, though, that would have been like $4,000 or $5,000. Legit, it's going way down compared to what it used to be.
In a couple more years, it'll be like 400.
Yeah, Paul's waiting it out.
That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm that guy. I'm gonna wait. No, I don't really need that big of a television. I don't think nobody mine's really it's a 40 something. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
You know, and 82, that's what Jeremy was shouting in the background. 82 is very nice. He has an 82-inch television.
It's beautiful.
I don't have a room big enough for an 82-inch. I mean, that's like a movie screen, you know, in a small room. If you put it in a small room, it's like a big, gigantic movie screen. I don't really see the need. I mean, do you really need to see, you know, oh, look, you know, the actor has a pimple right here. I mean, do you have to really see that?
Do you need a TV to begin with?
You don't need one.
Exactly.
You know, but I mean, why would you even want, why would you need to, what would you need to see in that big of a screen, on that big of a screen? What would you need to see?
Russell Wilson throw a touchdown to DK Metcalf.
I would say action movies.
Yeah, I do.
You know who DK Metcalf is?
I know Russell Wilson.
Okay. DK Metcalf's is number one receiver.
Okay.
He's big enough to be a tight end. He's huge. But
so what is it? What was it, Smith?
No, I was gonna say I would say action movies or Marvel movies, Transformers, that type of thing. But I think we all know all I watch is anime. So yeah,
so Smith wants an 82-inch television so we can watch cartoons.
Yes,
that's what we're talking about.
That's exactly what you need an 82-inch TV for. Or play PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that's actually kind of a good point.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing tough about playing PlayStation on an 82-inch TV is if you're playing like Call of Duty or any type of game like that, you're having to like look for enemies like this.
Oh yeah,
because the screen's too big.
Yeah, you have to like
turn your head.
You have to turn your. It's too. It might be too difficult.
Right. This totally slipped my mind, but I think this is actually probably the best reason if you are a gamer. Split screen. If you have an 82-inch and you're playing split screen, way easier to manage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to be on a 49-inch and you're actually on like 20-inch split screens.
It's got to be just horrible. I mean,
absolutely.
How could you get through the day? I mean,
gamer problems.
You might as well not even play. I mean,
I'm assuming you don't
20-inch screen.
I'm assuming you're not worried about getting the when you're going to get the PS5.
Nope. No, I don't even have the PS1. In fact, I am the PS1. You know, Paul Sullivan. See,
there you go.
I am PS1 right here. I'm solely PS1. I'm not PS5 or whatever. No, I've never. This shows how old I am. The difference between me and Chan is when I think of video games, I think of the arcade games. You know, that you put
Pac-Man.
a quarter in. Yeah, that you put a quarter in and.
We went to like on vacation and the house that we rented had a Pac-Man, like an original Atari, like it had Pac-Man and I don't even know the names of
Donkey Kong,
the spaceship where the asteroids
Space
or whatever or something like that.
Yeah, the
asteroids. Had all those games on there. And my mom.
She was in her heyday, wasn't she?
She thought it was really cool. So.
Me and Ginge were playing.
I still love those. Now, one of my favorite games of all time is the PS1 remake of Space Invaders. So good.
Space Invaders is a classic.
Absolutely.
It's really good stuff. No, I've just never, like the actual home video game. I had one when I was younger, like the Atari, or whatever brand it was. I don't even remember what it was. And I mean, I played it a lot when I was a teenager, and then I grew up. And
some people don't grow video games.
No, I'm just playing.
No, people don't grow out of video games.
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I mean, because when my grandkids have them and when I visit, I play them. So they're fun.
To be honest, I had that phase, I guess, where I was like 14, 15, somewhere in there, where I was like, I've outgrown these, and I sold a lot of it. And then like a year later, I was like, well, that was stupid.
Yeah, I had a Nintendo 64. I had a Nintendo 64 that my mom sold at a yard sale for like $20, and I was like,
jeez,
$20. We really need that $20. That Nintendo 64
It's like
is probably
buying
worth.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I don't know how much it's worth now, but probably a couple $100.
That's like buying an 82-inch TV, and then like 2 years later, it's half the price.
Point.
You think, oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out
So
there.
you're saying I should hold out?
touche.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think if you already have a 55-inch screen, I think you're good, dude. Odyssey. Yeah, that's right. Man, look at my mom.
Sweet.
My mom. That's what it was called. It was an Odyssey. It was so bizarre and weird. You'll have to Google it.
Was it a Sega, maybe?
No. It was the Odyssey was the game system. It was the name of the game system. Can't remember who made it.
Magnavox.
See, look, that's $200 right there on eBay.
Magnavox. Yeah.
It wasn't worth $200.
See,
when it came
I
out,
couldn't remember the
probably.
name of the system. Thanks, Mom, by the way. Couldn't remember the name of the system, but I do remember my favorite game on it. It was called Pickaxe Pete. I played Pickaxe Pete, a ton. It's just funny saying it, Pickaxe Pete. But see, I mean, look how antiquated it looks. I mean, it looks so generic and bad.
If I'd have said that when I was a kid, I'd have got my mouth washed out. So
Pickaxe Pete. Smack. What'd you say? It's a video game.
whatever.
Yeah, that one that has the black box. I remember the black box. That one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that picture. Yeah, that's what I remember. It had the box. I remember the look of the box. But yeah, Pickaxe Pete. That was a fun game. It was kind of their. In fact, the Magnavox Odyssey. It was fun, but at the same time, it was kind of like when you go to Kmart, you get shoes that look like Nike. So it's kind of like that. It was kind of like the off-brand, if you will, of it. But yeah, Pickaxe Pete was the fun game. And that was the one. Yeah, it was fun. So Pickaxe Pete was kind of their generic version, if you will, of Donkey Kong. It was similar, but not quite the same, but it was very similar, to Donkey Kong with the different levels. So instead of having the little man that would, have the hammer, he had a pickaxe. So I was very similar. So
I got sued for that.
but it actually it was a really fun game. And like I said, I played them when I was younger, but man, the games have gotten so outrageously priced now.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, so what's that PS5 you're talking about? What's the price of it this year?
There's two different versions. There's the digital version for $399, and there's the full console for $499.
So what's the difference? Like, I don't get it. What's the digital version?
The digital, they have it now where you can purchase all your games and store them on the actual console, so you don't have to have discs or anything. And that's pretty much the only difference.
No disc drive.
Yeah, just no discs.
The only issue there to me is that they still haven't improved
memory.
The memory on the actual console. You're still gonna have to have like an external.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to. So you're gonna end up paying another $100 anyway.
Of course they're gonna do that. Why would they fix that? I mean, why would they change that when they know they can get another $100 out of somebody?
It's just like the iPhones creating a whole new charger.
Like they do it every time.
Yeah.
They don't make it like a generic charger.
But they know
it every time.
I mean.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we talk crap about it, but we're still gonna go out and have to.
Absolutely. So best video game ever, for you, Smith.
It's between Metal Gear Solid.
What was it?
3 Metal Gear.
Say it again.
Video games.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I never played
Technical
that.
espionage.
It's like a war game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like a stealth type thing. You're infiltrating, at least in the first one, you're infiltrating Shadow Moses, and you're sneaking around, taking people out from behind and throwing out chaff grenades to, disable surveillance systems. It's awesome. I love the third one the best personally. Between that and Final Fantasy X, which is like a Japanese RPG, story based.
Fantasy 10.
Yes.
So there's 10 different games, 10 different versions of this game.
Oh, there are 15 actually.
Yeah,
15.
Just announced 16.
Yeah.
Why don't they just create a different game?
Oh man, if we included the side stories and like the spin-offs and everything, probably over 30 or 40 easily.
By the way, you'll see in the background Ty Leverett.
Test tube
Specimen.
tie.
Specimen right
we call
there.
him test tube tie.
Test tube Ty.
He's made in the test tube.
Came coming through the picture.
Strutting through.
So what about you, Chan?
Man.
Best video game for you?
I mean, honestly, probably. I mean, the Call of Duty games I've played those games a lot. I mean, that's kind of a basic answer, and another basic answer like Madden and NBA 2K.
Yeah,
I mean, I mean, I get the Madden game every year. I get the NBA 2K game every year, and I just got the new Call of Duty game that came out. So those are the ones I stick with. It's kind of like a seasonal thing. In football season, I play Madden.
Sure.
Basketball, I play 2K, and then baseball, I play MLB, the show.
So of the Madden games, you have all of them?
I mean, I don't have them anymore, but
you've been through them all?
Yeah, I've been through every year.
Do they get better and better?
No.
Have you ever been disappointed where you're like, man, last year's was better?
They're pretty much almost the same, really. A lot of people that play Madden are mad with Madden because they don't improve their games. They
just change the players.
Yeah, pretty much.
That are
They just
available.
update the ratings for the players and add the new rookies and
change the graphics
it's still fun
just a little bit.
They have a mode where you can play with two other friends on the same team as you. So I could be the quarterback and they could be the two wide receivers.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty cool. So
that's cool.
that's the only really game mode I play. That's the most fun to me.
Sure. So, well, for me, I know I spent the most quarters, and again, you guys don't understand this, but again, just feeding quarters. I spent the most quarters on Donkey Kong by far. So that's probably my most favorite game. I mean, I played Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man when they came out and all that kind of stuff.
Like Mario, was that?
No, it was kind of
after
after. Yeah, I was kind of getting out of the video game.
How old were you when you got out of the video games?
18, 19.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I'd say 20.
I don't know if I'll ever. I probably will one day when I have my baby. I'm gonna have to cut my video game hours down.
How many video hours? I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, how many per week? If you had to estimate, how many hours of video gaming are you doing now?
Well, I mean, I get on the game almost every day, for a little bit.
Does Tiffany wear this?
Yeah, she knows. She knew.
I don't know if you were like a secret,
into.
Wait until she falls asleep.
It's going down, and I know I'm kind of trying to get it in as much as I can now because I'm about to have some kids. So I know that's when Tiffany don't say a whole lot now, but when we have a baby to take care of, she's gonna cuss me out if I'm playing video games all the time.
That actually does sound like something that Felipe would have given you advice on. Dude, get it in, get all that video game time in before it happens, man.
Yeah,
it all goes away. So Smith, how about you? How much video gaming per week? How many hours do you think?
I almost want to cry, but lately none.
None. That's right. We've been keeping him busy, man.
It's no time.
We've been keeping him busy as our producer. He's been doing a great job too, by the way. You really have. So you kind of dodged it. You said a lot and here and there.
Oh, what, the hours?
Yeah, but if you had to guess, now Tiffany's really gonna be paying attention.
This is gonna make me feel really bad when I say this. I mean, I would say I probably play for 2 hours a day.
Okay, so
on average, because some days I don't play at all. Then some days I might play for a long time, if I'm off or something. So I mean, 2 hours a day so 14 hours a week.
14 hours a week, and this man can't get his Cardone training in until Thursday.
I think there was only one day or 1 week I missed the deadline.
We do weekly video training, and this is not just Chan, but a whole bunch of people. Man, I didn't have time. I mean, I'm just running. I'll get it in. I'll get it in.
I didn't use that excuse. If
I
I miss it, I'll tell you the truth. I just be a piece of crap.
So now we know 14 hours of sales time. This guy could be doing sales.
You're
14 hours
man, today.
Billy's gonna be watching this.
I know what I got myself into.
Chan Hughes. I know. Chan thought it was gonna be all fun, and then he realized,
Feel Good Friday.
Man, I was on blast the whole time. Feel good for who?
Feel Good Friday. I can't
That's
curse.
right.
I can't curse.
But he's getting in the habit of that too with the baby coming. You got to change all that, don't you?
I don't want to cuss in front of my kid for sure.
I mean, it's
my parents never cussed in front of me. So.
It's tough. I mean, it is. I mean, my mom, she always raised us to not swear. It was such a bad thing. And I have to admit, I'm horrible. It's such a bad habit, that I need to cut out.
Man. We're at the office, bunch of guys up here. I mean, there's girls here too, but it's just a little locker room talk every now and then.
Well, even our girls, I'm telling you what now.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't think that they're all,
they're
all just perfect ladies now.
Yeah, can't let them off the hook.
They'll let a few fly here and there, but no, but in all seriousness, so with the baby coming, have you registered yet? I mean, you got some stuff, for gifts.
Oh, like a registry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We have one on Amazon. If I had the link, I would plug it in here. I wish I had it because we'd love any donations are accepted.
Well, you can put it when we're done. You can put that in the comments.
Yes, we've got a few things checked off, but
he needs to talk again.
I was just going to say,
watch Smith every once in a while.
If you have the Amazon app or anything, you could just send the link to me if you can.
Yeah, we need all the help we get. We'll accept it.
So there you go. And what was funny, if you missed it right there when I said, so are you registered? And he was like, registered? Like, Yeah, you got to get registered if you're gonna have a baby. You got to get a license. You got
Baby license? I don't have my baby license yet.
He looked at me so funny. Registered.
Well, I always hear the word registry. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, what are some of the big items that do you need everything? Have you already gotten some stuff?
We've got I think the only person that's really got us anything is my grandma so far.
Okay.
But she got me a few things. I'm not sure. Well, but we have a lot of clothes already. We got, the bottles, all the basics, all the stuff that we have to have before we can like take them home from the hospital.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, diapers, we're going to need a ton of diapers. I mean, all that stuff.
Now, even though as much of a Chicago Cubs fan that I am.
Oh yeah.
Do you have that? What, you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this.
The little My First, it's like the little, Cardinals uniform.
Yes, we do.
With that's pretty cool.
With Yadier Molina, number 4 on there.
I got to admit, I mean, that is just dang cool. Whoever came up with that, that's pretty neat. So it's the whole little starter set. It has a little baseball uniform. So Hudson will look cool. I mean, he'd look better in Cubby blue. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. But I know you're going to go with the Cardinal.
I don't know if he'd come home with me from the hospital.
Maybe he's switched at birth.
Put him up for adoption.
James like, I don't want him. Take him back.
I ain't gonna lie. We tried hard to find some Cardinal great that we can name him after. Ozzy. I said Ozzy, but of course nobody liked
Tiffany wasn't going to go with that.
Everybody hated Ozzy, so we had to throw that one out. My dog's actually named Yachty, like after Yadier Molina. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. You could have went with Brock.
That would have been, Brock would have been good.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, like Lou
There's
Brock.
still time. There's still time.
Tiff, you hear that? Switch it up. Nah, she fell in love with Hudson.
Brock
The name
Hughes.
Hudson.
Yeah, Brock Hughes. I like
Brock
that. Man.
Hughes sounds
Brock
strong.
Hughes, man.
Well,
I'm digging that.
If we have another son one day, maybe
Brock
or daughter,
Hughes.
we can name her daughter Brock. I'm kidding.
Brock Hughes. Yeah, he's going to have a Brock Hughes. And you know what's going to be the best part of this story, Smith? He's going to go, the biggest Chicago Cubs fan gave your name to you.
See, that's
you
what's shouldn't have said that. Now I can't even use the name.
I do like Brock though.
I have
Brock Hughes.
One of my friends is Jeremy Corum. His son's name's Wrigley. He's a Cubs fan.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I like this guy already.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So Cubs and since we kind of brought that back around, Cubs and Cardinals, we've gone way. I mean, how long have we known each other? Probably. Well, we've known each other well, probably 5 years. I'd say 5 years. So we've known each other well. I've known your dad for a really long time. And we would always have the heated fun, if you will. It was never real.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not like trashy people. We just spoke fun and have some fun with the rivalry and all that kind of thing. So with now, have you been to Wrigley Field yet?
I've not been to Wrigley Field. I've been to Busch Stadium though.
Right. Okay. So I've been to Busch Stadium, and it's fun. I mean, in fact, I've said, I don't remember if I told this story to Billy or not, but St. Louis, as much as I love Chicago, where my family lives and where I grew up, or again, I wasn't from the city, suburbs, but as much as I love Chicago, we actually went to a hockey game in St. Louis. Me and my brother-in-law, Brian, and a bunch of people, there were like 10 of us that went when the Chicago Blackhawks played the St. Louis Blues. And so we went to St. Louis and they were very welcoming. I gotta say the city, the people, St. Louisans.
Oh,
is that what they are? St. Louis people. That's what I'm trying to say. St. Louis people from St. Louis. They were very welcoming. We were all decked out in Blackhawk stuff, the Chicago hockey team. So we were all wearing our gear, and tons of St. Louis fans. Where like if it would have been reversed, if you come to Chicago, we're brutal. I mean, we're bad.
Well, I think it has something to do. I mean, I don't mean to throw a jab back at you, but the Cubs struggled for a long time, and that probably wore down on their fan base. And the Cardinals might be in for some of that too, because we've ever since I've been alive, we've had a lot of success until the recent years. We've been kind of middle of the pack team, and we're used to being really good. So I'm getting fed up with it.
And
I might cuss out a Cubs fan at Busch Stadium.
I mean, and I've even told you, I said, as much as I love being a Cubs fan and love my team or whatever, I've never been I love the Cubs and hate the Cardinals. It's fun for the rivalry.
Yeah, it's just a fun.
But as far as like the organization, St. Louis has a really good organization. They always have. I mean, they may have slipped a few notches here recently as far as performance, but they've always had a really good organization. And I love St. Louis fans too, because again, I like it when they're true fans. I don't like the bandwagoners.
Yeah, me either.
The people, or you go to like Florida. Florida suffers with that. Even Atlanta, a lot of people talk about that with Atlanta. There's a lot of transplants. So they're not the true Atlanta Braves fan or Atlanta Falcons fan or whatever. They're from another area, so they don't really support them that much. So they have a hard time with that. So, but yeah, I love the city of St. Louis. It was a lot of fun when we went there. And I mean, we were actually at the hockey game. There were two guys that, I mean, they had, again, there were like 10 of us. This wasn't like two guys that were wearing Chicago gear. There were like 10 of us all in this row, and these two guys on the end, because we all had to like, excuse us. They had the end seats, the aisle seats. So we were all in the middle. So 10 of us passed through them, and they're like, I guess you guys are from Chicago. Hey, I guess. And they said, well, welcome St. Louis, and we hope we have a great game and blah, blah, blah. And after the first period, those two guys bought our entire 10 of us now a round of beers. And they're like, hey man, welcome to St. Louis. And we'll, that you'll never catch that in Chicago. I mean, you'll never. In fact, Chicago, most of the time I was at,
you get a beer.
Yeah. On you. Yes, exactly. On you. That's what always happens. Wait, speaking of beer, let's go with our beer of the week recommendation. And by the way, I did not plan this. Again, Billy Merritt didn't let me know. He's a very spontaneous guy. He's a busy man. I get it, but his organizational skill. Oh, there he is. See, right there. There's Billy. And I don't even get the broadcast from my page. Oh, Smith, did you drop the ball?
We're going to both of them.
Maybe. Well, so anyway, I didn't realize that Stan was going to be on. That Chan was going to be on the show today. So it's kind of a last minute thing. But again, I'm glad to have you on the show. But so I did not know this. So I'm doing the setup here. Okay. So the beer recommendation of the week, again, did not know that Chan was going to be on the program. All right, so there's no correlation here.
Okay.
That's where I'm getting it.
Oh, I see it written
the
right
beer,
there.
The beer of the week recommendation is Dirty Bastard. so even though Chan is a St. Louis Cardinals fan, it was not geared toward Chan. So the beer of the week recommendation is called Dirty Bastard, but it's a really good beer made by Founders Brewing Company. And it's really good. It's a Scotch ale. I've talked about it before where that's my favorite type of beer is a Scotch ale, or they also refer to it as a wee, as in WEE, wee heavy, and which means it's very powerful. So this one's not one to play around with. It's 8.5 ABV, which, that's a lot of alcohol, and it's a heavier, richer beer, but it's really good. It kind of has that like smoky, rich, malty kind of flavor with that, as they refer to it, the right hook of hops. So it'll knock you down now.
I was going to say,
you're not paying attention.
2 or 3 of those, and you're probably right.
Yeah, and it is very filling. So I'll warn you. If you're planning on a pretty solid night of watching football or something like that, you're not going to get a whole lot of those down before you start feeling bloated. So they're pretty heavy, but there is a really good beer. So and then also, excuse me. So Smith, do we have any comments on the Lynyrd Skynyrd favorite song? Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I believe we had one.
Oh boy,
from Dusty
who's
Rhodes.
our one fan? Who's our one fan?
Give me 3 steps. Give me.
There it
3
is.
steps,
There's my buddy from high school, Dusty. Give me 3 steps. So you said, what was your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song?
I would probably have to go with Free Bird. Pretty basic, I know.
Yeah. Yes, man. Smith, you said Tuesday's Gone?
I said Tuesday's Gone. I will say that, because I'm not sure that many people know this one. I really like it. Give Me Back My Bullets.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. That's a really good one. I like that one. In fact, I got a little special info on our Classic Rock Revisit about that song. But mine, I have to say, I mean, I like so many of them that you're right. It is such a tough decision, but I would probably have to say, Call Me the Breeze. Call Me the Breeze. Just because I like the piano part. And even though, it's all about the guitar most of the time, the piano solo in Call Me the Breeze is just phenomenal. Really good stuff. Got a chance to see them a couple times playing live. And even though they've had a bunch of different versions, the lead singer passing away, the guitarist passing away, and then replacements, and people get older and sadly die off and things like that. But all the different versions, I think I've seen them 4 times playing live. They've been good every time. I mean, they always have strong musicians. And again, the songs are just quality. I mean, again, they're the epitome of Southern rock. So your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song, you can put that in the comments. And if you're, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've got a list of just a few. So, Smith mentioned Give Me Back My Bullets, and there's Saturday Night Special. Needle in the Spoon is kind of a deep cut, kind of a buried one, but it's a really good song. Go check out Needle in the Spoon. What's Your Name? Ballad of Curtis Lowe. Simple Man's a really
Simple Man.
good one,
I saw that. That's a really good song.
Again, there's so many of them that it's a really tough choice, but there's a lot of them. But probably, if I had to admit it, I would say Freebird would probably be, you know, the choice. That'd probably be the pick for most. However, Rolling Stone magazine, you know, it's probably been 10 years ago. Rolling Stone magazine did their survey or their article on it or whatever, and they said it was Sweet Home Alabama was the best Lynyrd Skynyrd song. Freebird was number 2. So I was kind of surprised on that one. But yeah, so again, they're all really good. And so Chan, for you musically, because again, there's a big age gap here. Musically, who's a couple of your go-tos?
Well, I'm probably a terrible person I don't listen
He's a terrible person. He's going to be a dad.
For music. For
Tiffany,
music.
you lucky gal.
For music. I listen to a lot of country music nowadays. Like when I was younger, I listened to a lot of like rap and hip hop, but I don't really listen to a whole lot anymore. I mean, I like Luke Combs. It's probably one of my favorites. I like Chris Stapleton. People like that, guys like that. I've been to a Jason Aldean concert, and Jason Aldean has a ton of good songs. That was in St. Louis. When we went to the Cardinals game, we went to Jason Aldean, and Luke Combs opened for Jason Aldean, and that was probably definitely the most fun I've ever had at a concert. But one of the most fun times I had. I got to tell you this: me and my brother, our seats were decent seats. They were probably like 30 rows up, or 40 rows up or so, and there was like a whole another section for like VIP or something. Yeah. And we were walking to our seats, and I was just I had drank a few beers, you know, and I was feeling a little confident. So I was like, I saw the lady checking tickets dip away to go do something else. And I said, Max, let's go. Took him down. We got about 5 rows up.
So you're a seat stealer.
Yeah. Well, no, nobody was sitting in these seats. We checked.
He's going to be a dad. Did I mention that?
We checked, and it was so much fun. We were 5 rows up, 6 rows up. So awesome.
All right. So you remember that part? It was early in the night.
Yeah, I don't remember then.
So I was just going to say, I'm like, do you remember the last song that Jason Aldean played?
No, I don't remember the first song he played.
I always think it's kind of cool. Some people don't like it, but I do. I always like it when a band kind of throws in a surprise tune, you know, even if it's a cover. You know,
I think there was a couple of that where he did a few covers of just random songs, and Luke Combs did some covers, and his voice, like he can sing. His voice is awesome, Luke Combs. So
he can sing anything.
He can let it rip. He can sing anything. He's really good.
Well, of course, you know, I worked at a country radio station for a really long time. So, you know, I've always said, I don't hate country music. People always, you know, they're like, oh, you just hate country? I'm like, no, I don't hate it. It's just not my preference.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hate it. I mean, there's some really good country music artists. I've always said that I appreciated the artistry, you know, of country music, the songwriting. You know, I think there's a lot of, there were, I'll say, I guess I'm going to show my age a little bit. New country's not country. Yeah. It's a lot of the newer stuff. It does kind of sound like pop songs.
Yeah, it does. I think they call it bro country.
Is that what it is now?
I think I've heard that.
Or is it bruh?
Bruh. Not bruh country.
Bruh country.
I haven't heard a country singer use that term yet, but I heard you use that term the other day.
Yes,
that was awesome.
That's another one of those words where it really doesn't sound right when I do it. You know,
bruh.
I purposely kind of, you know, bruh, kind of drag it out and have some fun with it.
It's funny. It seems like a couple of years ago there was more like rock influence in country, and now that it's more pop influence.
Yeah.
Well, there's even rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of rap influence in country now, which that's probably, you know, when people say, you know, do you hate country? No, but I'm not. I'm a much worse fan of.
So you don't like country and you don't like rap. So when you put them together, you still don't like it.
Well, it was also referred to as hick hop.
Hick hop.
I like that.
Hop. I like that.
You know, they would talk about hick hop, you know, doing that, and I'm like, not really my style. So, well, our classic rock revisit, as we mentioned about Lynyrd Skynyrd. You know, what your favorite classic song was. This was always an argument that I would get into that, you know, when I worked at the classic rock station. Guys, they would say, you know, if it's good Skynyrd, it has to be old Skynyrd. Okay. And I would always argue and go, look, man, they've been putting out albums, you know, still, and they put out some really good music. So it's not like brand new or anything like that. But because it's 2003. So classic rock revisit. Check this out. A lot of you guys maybe have never heard of this. I have never even heard this album, but it's called Vicious Cycle, and Smith. There you go. That's what the album looks like, but it's from 2003. And I got to tell you, it is a very, very good album. I mean, start to finish, there's a lot of good songs on there. They put out a single called Red, White, and Blue, and that one got some airplay on radio. And, you know, it was really strong, a well-written tune, but they've also got, there's kind of it's almost like an old blues feel to it called Dead Man Walking that's on there. That's really good. One of my favorite song on the album is called Sweet Mama. Really good. It's kind of an up-tempo tune. And then the other one, Smith, when you're talking about Give Me Back My Bullets, there's a special version of that on Vicious Cycle. Kid Rock sings with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's not a live version. It's a studio version. So it's a little bit more jacked up, I guess. You know, they cranked it up a little bit. And Kid Rock sings with them. So that's kind of a cool, different version of Give Me Back My Bullets that you can check out on Lynyrd Skynyrd's Vicious Cycle album. And again, I call it album. I know you guys. So download it, you know, go to your favorite, whatever, you know, listen to it on this thing, you know, and all this kind of stuff. But go check it out. And again, listen to Red, White, and Blue. From the songwriting perspective, great tune. Listen to Sweet Mama. That's just an up-tempo jam. Sweet Mama reminds me of like a tune that if you were driving, you know, like in the summer, you know, there's just like certain songs like kind of pump you up, you know, that you're driving, you want to play it loud. That's the song Sweet Mama on that album. So Smith, have you heard that? Have you ever heard of that album?
I don't think I've listened to almost any of those. Like I may have heard that version of Give Me Back My Bullets, but
with Kid Rock.
I think I had that on my iPod at one point because I remembered the Vicious Cycle album being attached to it. But
go check it out, dude. I'm telling you, there's some really good stuff on there. So go do that. And also, well, before we get wrapped up on the show, so any parting words or anything you want to say, anything you want to ask your girlfriend?
Oh my God!
just thought I'd put it out there.
If I was ready for that, that would have been awesome. But for Paul to ask me 10 minutes before the show started and just completely throw me to the wolves. No, I had an awesome time. I'll do it anytime you want me to be back. I'll do it.
That's right. Cubs and Cardinals in harmony most of the time. Most of the time. But anyway, we've had a great time. Again, don't forget to check out Classic Rock Revisit, Lynyrd Skynyrd's Vicious Cycle. Also the beer of the week recommendation. It's not Chan's nickname, but it's called Dirty Bastard. Go check it out. There it is. From Founders Brewing Company. Probably like, you know, you should have had some arrows. Like which one? Put in the comments. Who's a dirtier bastard? Which one's the dirty bastard? You know, it's like, no, the bottle in the middle. That's the dirty bastard. You know, that's what we're talking about. Go check out Dirty Bastard. It's great for the colder weather, even though here in the South, it doesn't get like super cold, but it gets chilly. I mean, you know, he's got his hoodie on. That's about, I'm still wearing a t-shirt in, you know, November. You know, and usually on the holidays, usually Thanksgiving for whatever reason, always seems like it gets warm.
And Christmas.
Yeah, it always seems like it gets warm on it. But anyway, we will talk to you next Friday, the day after. It'll be Black Friday. So in the meantime, have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. I know there's the COVID thing going in there. So, you know, again, you got to do the safe distancing thing. Be safe out there. But again, enjoy yourself. Be thankful for what you got too. Be very, very grateful this Thanksgiving. We certainly thank Billy Merritt for giving us the opportunity to do the show. Billy Merritt presents every weekday at 11 o'clock, part of our video or what do they call it? Vodcast or vodcast, whatever it is,
which you can also check out on SoundCloud if you just want the audio version.
Thank you very much, Sean. So say that again.
That wasn't pre-recorded.
Where do they go?
SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com.
All right, so go to SoundCloud. It's on YouTube. Sell the platforms. Hurry up.
It's just a website called SoundCloud.
Okay.
Well, we get unlimited uploads there as long as you pay, you know, $12 a month or whatever. It's cheap. It's one of the best platforms, in my opinion, to go and just post everything.
And of course, you can watch us, you know, here on our Facebook pages. You know, you can replay the video, you can share it, send the link to somebody that you know. And again, thanks to everybody for watching. Have yourself a great, safe weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to you. We'll see you next Black Friday. Cheers.